You walk 2 hours on the treadmill. Why? And you're not burning 600 calories. You think you are because your Fitbit and your Apple Watch are telling you that, but they're overestimating how many calories are being burned during activity. It's a lie. The truth is every day that you do 2 hours on the treadmill, you burn less calories each and every day. So the first time you walked on the treadmill, you burned 300 calories max. That was it. You didn't burn no 600. It's a lie. Your heart rate wasn't that high. You were going at a very low, slow place, and your heart rate wasn't very high. So 300 calories. Day 2, you burned 298. Day 3, you burned 296. Day 4, you burned 292. So you've been burning less calories over time every single day you've been going to that gym. So that's why cardio is not as effective long term for trying to get weight loss results versus building muscle. So we do cardio to increase our cardiovascular strength, so we have the endurance to get through weightlifting workouts. The weightlifting workouts allow us to build muscle. As we build muscle, we increase how many calories our body burns every single day at rest. You don't have to go to the gym. The treadmill tells me that. The treadmill is based on a 200-pound white man. I want you to think about it. Are you a 200-pound white man? Why am I saying that? Because that's who it's based on. So that white man has a lot of lean muscle mass, a lot more muscle than you. So if that white man was on the treadmill for 2 hours at that pace and that speed, then that white man with all that muscle, thank you so much, I appreciate you. That white man with all that muscle would burn that many calories. You don't have as much muscle. So whoever has the most muscle burns more calories during activity. That's not you. So the treadmill is telling an even bigger lie than you can ever imagine. So the answer is going to be no for you.
As someone who's lost 60 pounds, let me give you a tip so you don't quit early. When I first started my fitness journey, I thought in 3 to 6 months, I was going to have my dream body. I was going to be snatched. I was going to be in a thong bikini. But what I didn't realize was that doing a full recomp, that means building muscle, losing fat, you are reshaping your body. Okay? The scale is going to lie to you, first of all. Second of all, the results that you want, the body that you want, the picture of the muscular back and all of that you see, that is years and years of consistency, guys. So I don't want anybody to be discouraged when you make it to March and you're like, oh my God, I still look the same. Trust me, I've lost 60 pounds. Okay, I didn't really start to see the body that I wanted until I was like 8 months in. And that was like a few months ago, y'all. So just keep that in mind. Keep going, keep pushing, keep waking up. No matter what, just keep going to the gym. Keep staying consistent regardless. And trust me, one day you will go to sleep and you will wake up and you're going to be like, damn, where did this come from? I'm telling you, it's the most amazing feeling ever. So keep pushing, keep going hard, keep showing up for yourself, keep choosing yourself every single day, and you will see results.
One thing you just have to realize if you want to lose weight, I lost 80 pounds, okay? You really just have to start acting like it. And I know that sounds like, oh my God, really? But yeah, seriously. Like if you just started acting, not thinking so much about how much you wanted to lose weight, but actually acting like you wanted to lose weight, you would be amazed at how much weight you would lose and actually how quickly, because I'm going to tell you how quickly it could happen. In the next 2 weeks, you will notice visible changes, okay? In the next 4 weeks, people will start noticing and people will be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Like, you look amazing. Like, share the tips, okay? In the next 2 months, none of your clothes are going to fit you. Like that's just the truth. And then if you think about 2 months and then you think about 4 months, 4 months is summer. And that's when everyone wants their body to be T. Okay. That's when everyone's like, I want to go out. I want to look snatched. I want to have a flat tummy. I want my face to look snatched. Okay. And that's what will happen. If you just start acting like you wanted to lose weight, you do all the things that you know that you need to do, it'll just happen.
The thing about right now is that this is when it counts. These sad little months before summer, the calorie deficit meals, the hours of work you're putting in, eating your kibble, eating your meal prep while everyone else eats everything, sacrificing, making strategic decisions during the day about food, being conscious and aware of what you're putting into your body, doing this at 11 p.m. when there's so much you have to do and so much you'd rather be doing. You think I want to be doing this right now? Instead of watching YouTube in my bed? No. But what happens every single year, without fail, summer comes around like that. And I don't want you to be the same size you were last June. It's going to fly by. It's April. We have time. But if you want to be living your best life this summer, and you don't want to keep hiding in every single photo, hating the way you look, letting the way you look take away from your life experiences, you need to start now. Get the walking pad, get the Pilates membership, pick up the weights, start that calorie deficit, and get on it. Your future self is either going to hate you for not putting in the work or love you for doing the hard thing every single day.
If you want to lose weight, you have to take a risk. The risk is to be seen by others. You have to allow yourself to be seen. To be seen as you are at this brief moment in time. I needed to allow myself to be seen at the gym by other people, and no one cares about you there.
Oh, you didn't go to the gym today? You're too tired? You didn't feel like it? I'm sorry. I thought you wanted this. I thought you were making this a priority this time. I thought you would actually show up for yourself like you said you would. But you know what? You're not letting anybody else down. You are only letting yourself down. You are only letting your future self down because your future self is counting on you to show up right now. Your future self is banking on you to make the choices every single day to make your life better, to make yourself healthier, to make yourself happier, to make you more confident. You are missing out if you keep making excuses every single day. You are holding yourself back from the potential that you could reach because you have this crazy potential that you haven't even tapped into yet. You can completely transform your life, transform your body, but you have to show up for yourself. And nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to come and just wave a magic wand and your life is going to look different. It all comes down to what do you do every single day. So do you want to keep making excuses?
So I lost 35 pounds last year, and the people tell no lies when they say that you should be eating, or you don't have to, but it is recommended that you eat the same things throughout your week. Okay, literally I am constantly eating chicken, tenderloins, or chicken thighs, sweet potatoes, and broccoli. It's either going to be broccoli florets or broccolini, and in between that I'm eating a protein bar, a protein shake. I eat the same breakfast every single day. The only thing that I'm changing is my fruits, and I only try to stick to blueberries, apples for fiber, or I do like a small piece of banana. That's it, that's all, that's it, that's all. And I might have like 2 protein bars, but recently I've been breaking out, and I believe that it's because I've been eating a couple more. Like I tried these new protein bars, and I had like this new protein drink, and I think that when you have too much artificial protein, it doesn't really do your body good, especially if you're not on top of your fiber. So as of lately, I'm like, I gotta add the apple, I gotta add the broccoli. Like I have been overloading on my fiber because I gotta flush this stuff out of my system. But outside of that, y'all, when you get to switching your meals every day, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? And if you are weighing your food, if you are actually counting your calories, like you guys, I have been counting my calories for a year. And if you do not count your calories, it is literally impossible for you to know how much you are consuming. I count everything down to the ketchup. I don't even use butter. I use 0-calorie avocado oil spray. Like I am very militant. So if you are trying to lock in for the summer, I'm telling you, you need to get a food scale. There's no way that you can like accurately count your calories if you don't have a food scale. It's literally impossible.
I recently had a conversation with a coworker. She came up to me and said, "Oh my God, you're so lucky. Your metabolism is so good and you're just like in such good shape at 43. And I was like, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5-6 days a week to work out. And she's like, well, so do I, but I don't look like you. And I was like, you eat like shit. You literally eat like shit. I meal prep. I bring my lunch. I pack my lunch to work. I'm on the road for work. I pack it every day. I meal prep for 1 to 2 hours every Sunday so that I have healthy meals throughout the week. And she, obviously I said it in a much nicer way, but she was like, she didn't know what to say. I was like, you can't work out. You can't outwork a bad diet. And the girl eats total crap. And she doesn't meal prep. She eats out all the time and eats like just empty calories a lot. And I was like, every single meal I am trying to pack as much protein and fiber and vegetables in as I can. I would much rather have a burger or pizza every day for lunch. But I don't. So it's not luck.
I think is really important that is not talked about enough when it comes to weight loss is you don't realize how heavy it is, obviously not only physically, but mentally and emotionally until it's gone. You don't realize how exhausting it is to hate your body until you don't anymore. Because when you're in it, it feels normal. Like the constant outfit changes before leaving the house, trying on everything and hating it, standing there, picking yourself apart before you even start your day. The overthinking before every event. Who's going to be there? What are they going to look like? Am I going to make me feel like the biggest girl in the room? And it doesn't just stay in those moments. It follows you all day long with your kids, with your husbands, in conversations when you are physically there, but mentally you are not present. I used to think that getting in shape would mean that I would think about my body even more, but it was actually the opposite, because now I will get dressed and I will show up without overthinking it. I will eat and move on. I am actually fully present in my life because losing weight didn't just change my body, it gave me my brain back. There is a version of you who wakes up and doesn't think about her body first, who goes to the pool, is excited about it, who wears the outfit, who says yes to plans, who isn't stuck in this rat race in her head all the time, because you deserve to lose the weight, not only from the physical aspect, but for the mental and emotional as well.
Lose the weight. I cannot tell you how different your life is going to be. You have to practice something called delayed gratification. Look it up. I'll do a separate video explaining it. Weight loss will change your life. It will completely change your life. You will see exactly how different people treat you when you go from being out of shape to in shape. It is a completely different world. As someone that's lost 100 pounds, my life has changed tremendously. From work to basic interactions with people to how I get treated on a day-to-day basis, it has changed completely. Lose the weight. Anyone telling you that you look fine, tell them to shut up and mind their business. Lose the weight.
Because I'm 27, I'm finding it more difficult to lose weight. However, the one thing I started doing that completely changed my body in 2 months was walking. I walk for 30 minutes a day, and it's sometimes like 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. Sometimes it's 30 minutes altogether, and it's not even like running. I'm literally just walking and enjoying fresh air and the sunlight. So get your steps in.
So I was just talking to my husband about how when you turn a certain age as a woman, I don't know what it is, but it is so just crazy to lose weight. Like, it's so much harder to lose weight, and you can be doing everything right, like going for a walk or sticking to a strict diet where you are counting your calories, and it still feels hard to lose weight. And I feel like I've been going through this transformation this past year where I finally got back to my hot girl walk and finally got back to doing my Pilates, and I am feeling so much better, and I'm giving myself grace. And I think a lot of us need to give each other grace in the process. And one of the things that I also incorporated, and that me and my husband are going to do for this entire week, is fast. I'm telling you, the benefits of fasting are out of this world. Like, there is no downside to fasting. Of course, it's hard because you feel like you're depriving yourself of something that you think that you need. But I swear, and I want to challenge you ladies to fast with me until Thursday. It's going to be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable. If you need to buy salts to put into your water to keep yourself hydrated, do it. But I want to challenge you to fast. If you are feeling like me, where you're kind of stuck in the middle of, I want to be toned, I want to look good, I'm doing the right things, I just need something extra to put me over, fast with me.
I don't know who's on a weight loss journey that needs to hear this one today, but I hope and pray that you decide right now that you are going to love yourself enough to stick with this time. I hope that you decide right now that you are worthy of having the health that you want, having the body that you want, the aesthetic goals that you want, all of it. It does not matter, and none of those things are superficial if that's what you want to do, okay? But I hope that you decide you are fucking worthy enough to literally have it all. And fuck anybody that just tells you to just love yourself as you are, because real self-love is doing the things that you know that you need to do to get yourself to where you actually want to be. And fuck anybody that tells you that it's vain or bad or wrong to have some sort of of aesthetic goal. You can look however you want. If you feel more confident looking a certain way, do it. If you feel more confident with blonde hair and eyelashes, go do it. Fuck everybody else. Do the shit that you know is gonna help you feel your best, and anybody else that has anything to say about it, get them out of your life. The best way that you could ever love yourself is deciding that you are no longer settling for anything that does not serve you.
So these are my 6-week results, okay? Here to here. Do you know how much cardio I have done within this time? None. I have done 0 cardio because I have a knee injury. So doing Stairmaster, treadmill for a long period of time, it's going to really affect my knee. So I did this with no cardio. So I'm here to break the myth that you need endless amounts of cardio to lose fat. So do you know what I did instead? I walked. I've done at least 10 to 12k steps every single day without fail. And that is the secret formula to fat loss. Get outside and walk.
Listen, weight loss is hard, and hard is going to feel hard. So when y'all are sitting there and you're in the trenches and you're like, wow, this is really sucky and I'm not seeing the results that I want, why is your first thought to just give up? Personally, when I'm in the trenches, I realize that this is the point. When it gets hard, that's when most people give up. And that is why 74% of Americans are overweight, is because there's this threshold. When it's hard, it feels hard. And that is the threshold where most people give up. And I would say it's 2-3 weeks and then they fall off. If you push through that threshold, what happens is you got to think about it kind of like a callus. The more you do it, the more calloused over that habit's going to be. And the easier it gets. Because trust, when you first start, and that calorie deficit, ooh girl, when that PM hits, you are starving. Listen, you gotta realize also your body doesn't care about aesthetics. So when you start losing weight, your body is like, red alert, oh, we're hungry, eat. Because your body does not want to lose weight. That's a terrible survival mechanism, first of all. Your body doesn't care about aesthetics. So you have to push past that threshold and let your body adapt and reestablish the new homeostasis, and it does get easier. But again, it's not the perfect diet, it's not the perfect plan. It is literally just consistency. You have to push through that threshold. And trust, literally, it sucks. No, yeah, it sucks. Ooh. But if you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. You got to push through the threshold. You can do it. Keep your eye on the prize. And remember, when the going gets tough, that's when most people give up. But not you. We're going to keep going. Yeah. So yeah, if you're in the trenches, like, girl, we in this together. We are in the top 30% of Americans. Yeah, because the rest of y'all, ooh.
Okay, real quick, this is what I used to look like when I was doing HIIT workouts 4 times a week. I was killing myself on the Stairmaster and I was doing a boxing class. I was also trying so hard to try to lose the fat. This is me now. And what's crazy to me is that now I do so much less. I don't do HIIT classes anymore. I don't go to the gym 6 to 7 times a week. I'm not killing myself on the Stairmaster every single day. I'm not running. I have so much more energy and so much more time on my hands. All I do now is my 4 weight sessions and walking for cardio. And in my opinion, yes, I look so much better. My muscles are way more defined. It looks like I actually go to the gym. I am so much more healthier now that I've learned exactly how to hit my protein, how to fuel my body. Because the thing is, more effort does not always equal better results. You do not need to be doing hours and hours of cardio to look lean and toned. You need to simplify your routine, focus on weight training, walking, and proper nutrition, and your body will finally start responding the way you want it to.
You can't lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time. You sure can. It's called body recomposition, but it doesn't happen by accident. So here is exactly what you need to know about body recomp if it's something that you're interested in. You need to be eating within your maintenance calorie range. Your maintenance calories are not one exact number. It's actually a fairly large range. So use the calorie calculator or macro calculator, find that number, and you want to be within 200 calories under or 200 calories over that number, and that is your range that you want to stay in. If you go too low, you're not going to be able to gain muscle. If you go too high, you're going to have a hard time losing body fat. You also need to ensure that you are eating enough protein, because that is what's going to fuel your muscle growth. If you're not eating enough of it, you're going to have a really hard time growing muscle. So 1.2 to 1.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day is typically what research supports for people that are active and consistently lifting. On the training side, you need to be lifting, and you need to be lifting close enough to failure. 1 to 3 reps away from failure is your sweet spot for muscle growth. Practice progressive overload. Get on a program. That is the best way for you to know that you are progressing and challenging yourself enough to get the results that you're looking for.
Okay, this is what I did to transform my body from this to this shredded muscle mommy amazing queen. So the first thing I did was I completely changed my diet. I'm not even kidding when I tell you I used to eat out every single meal except for breakfast. Like, I would straight up order food or just go to like Chick-fil-A or whatever for every meal. So I completely cut that out and started eating all my meals at home, and I started eating high protein, high carb, and low fat. So a lot of my meals look like ground turkey and rice, avocado, things like that. Or like pasta and ground beef. I just always have a carb source and a protein source, a lean protein source also. Yeah. And then I only eat out like once a week, and I only drink once a month or sometimes not at all. And when I do eat out, I try to get a high protein entree, so like a salmon, a chicken, something like that. You can still make progress and eat out, but I've just seen the best results when I just make all my food at home. That way I know exactly what's in it. It's also way easier to track when you make it at home. And then find low calorie swaps for everything. Like, you would not believe how many low calorie swaps you can find, like low calorie maple syrup, low calorie ketchup. There's like candy that's like 100 calories for a bag. This literally saved me because I would like fuck up a whole pint of ice cream, and that shit is like 1,200 calories. And then now you can have like a whole thing of Halo Top. It's like 200 to 300 calories. So anything you crave, like just search up a healthier alternative. I'm sure you can find one. My workouts also changed from doing like Pilates and like running on the treadmill every once in a while to weightlifting, and that has made the biggest difference. And when you're weightlifting, like, train with intensity. Like, you should not be looking bored at the gym, just going through the motions. Like, you need to train with intensity and go heavy. And then I also do cardio 6 times a week. That just works with my goals right now because I like staying pretty lean like year round. So, and I also love cardio. Like, I feel like I would go mentally insane if I wasn't doing cardio 6 days a week. Like, sometimes the lift just doesn't really do it for me. And then get 10,000 steps every day, go on a walk on the treadmill, I don't know, just get those steps in. And then you have to be consistent. Like, you can't just do this for a month and think like you're good to go. Like, this, it has to be like your entire life.
If you want to lose your love handles and get a flat stomach, and you're spending all of your time running on a treadmill, doing 7 spin classes a week, and doing side planks every single day, this is the exact reason why you're not seeing results. And the number one reason why you need to follow me. There is so many influencers out there telling you that if you do all these things, you'll magically lose belly fat. But let's be real, if it was as easy as that, we'd all be walking around with 6 packs and you wouldn't be watching this video. So if you want realistic advice that actually gets results, make sure that you stick around to the end, because I have a gift for you that will actually help. Here's the thing, love handles is just fat, and just like any other fat, you can't target it with exercise like crunches. To lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. This means eating fewer calories than you burn. So your body starts using stored fat for energy, gradually reducing fat over time. So if you want to lose fat and keep it off for good, just like our client Pip did, comment CC below and I'll send you the link to my free calorie calculator.
This is my exact routine that took me from this fluffy girl at the beginning of the year to this is me now, snatched. Eating more whole foods and less processed foods. 10k steps daily, even when I couldn't be asked. I was outside getting my walks in. Strength training 3 to 4 times a week and finishing every gym session on the Stairmaster. Drinking 2 to 3 litres of water a day and getting a good night's rest every night, 7 to 8 hours sleep.
You can't lose weight because you don't trust yourself. Hear me when I say this, weight loss requires trust. Trusting your calorie deficit, trusting that you don't need to burn yourself to the ground every day doing crazy amounts of cardio, trusting that your body actually knows what to do if you just let it. And by the way, over-exercising is literally the #1 sign that you do not trust yourself. It's not discipline to force yourself to work out every single day. It's literally panic. You're basically saying to yourself, I don't trust this process. I don't trust my calorie deficit, so I need to control it harder. And the complete irony in this is that the harder you try to push, the more you're gonna stall. You're gonna have higher stress, higher inflammation, higher fatigue, higher cravings, literally just all the bad things that are going to actually prevent weight loss. If you just chilled the F out, ate in a light calorie deficit, and stopped being so harsh on your body, you would actually lose weight. You should try it sometime.
As somebody who lifted weights 7 days a week, went for the gym 2 hours, dieted, and was a pre-med student, I never believed walking 10K steps would make a difference until I actually saw a difference. I walked 10K steps for 7 months straight. I had no excuses. Every time I wanted to watch TV, I walked. If I wanted to drink my matcha, I walked. If I wanted to gossip, I walked. So whatever my mom told me about walking 10K steps works.
I have lost 75 pounds in 7 months. And during my weight loss journey, a huge thing for me is I wanted to tone my arms. I've always been super insecure about my arms, especially when I got pregnant. A lot of my weight, and it's always just sat in my arms. This is what my arms looked like 3 months postpartum. I'm now 11 months postpartum, to give you guys a timeline. Like, this is when I was trying on wedding dresses. Like, I know I was like angled that way, but you can just see the weight in my arm. Okay, here's a better one. Like, and it's like also like the fat right there that sat on there. So anyway, that was like a huge thing for me. It was like when I was losing weight, I really wanted to focus on toning my arms. So this is what I do. I'm getting off this picture, I can't. This is all I do, and this is what I've been doing for what, 8-9 months, and this is what my arms look like. Like, I feel like that looks pretty good. So let's get into it. Now I'm gonna show you my other arm workout, and this is what I do majority of my day. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Can you say hi? When I was eating about 1,200 calories, 1,400 calories, that was very low. But I want to make sure that people know that that was because I am a stay-at-home mom and have no activity other than house chores and handling the kiddos. I'm not saying that's not a lot of activity, but for our human body, it's not enough. And so eating 1,200 calories is enough to fuel me, and I was breastfeeding, so fuel me and my baby, and like that's it. I wasn't working out, I wasn't lifting, no like high intensity cardio. It was more of like a rest period for me. But I found that aggressive cut, it took me like 3 months, maybe at most 4, to lose 55 pounds. And then once I lost the weight and I was like at this goal weight that I initially had in my head, I was like, wait a minute, like now I feel, and I don't know if this is the right term, but I felt skinny fat, where it's like I felt just like soft and squishy. I felt like I didn't look skinny, but the scale and certain clothing were starting to fit me just funny. And so that's when I was like, okay, I need to start going to the gym and toning up. And it's crazy because when I started going to the gym, I wasn't like, I want to lose any more weight. I just want to tone out, but I didn't lose, other than the first like month I lost like 7 pounds. But I have been at a 118, 120 weight. It hasn't moved for like 2 months, and I have dropped down sizes since then. And I think it's because of the muscle building and I'm starting to tone. And so now this is like a big yap session, but I just wanted to make sure that I tell people that like when I was on this aggressive cut, I was not lifting, I was not doing insane cardio, I was resting because I wanted to make sure my milk supply didn't drop. And so I just prioritized focusing on my diet and curing my relationship with my food. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say. Bye.
I'm going to tell you how I went from 175 pounds to 128 pounds in 6 months, 47 pounds total. So you can do it too. 2 steps, lots of cardio while being in a calorie deficit. This specific video is going to be about my workout routine. So I'm going to give you numbers, time, speeds, all the good stuff. And it's so simple. 1 hour and 30 minutes of cardio daily for the first 2 months is what I did. And I only had 3 variations of cardio. So the first variation is going to be an incline walk. So you're going to put your incline up to 12 and you're going to put yourself at a speed of 3, 3.5, or 4. When I was starting out, I did 4. I was crazy. I had a mission. I was doing 4. I've dropped back down to 3.5 because 4 is insane. You'll be holding on to the bars like a crazy person. But 3.5 is perfect. I would start off with 3 to get used to it. But 3.5 is perfect. Second cardio routine that I was on was the Stairmaster, and it's popular for a reason because it works. So I started off at level 5, quickly went up to level 7, and then within 2 weeks I was already up to level 10. And level 10 is all you're gonna need. Like, can you do more? Yes, but level 10 is level 10 is already intense. You don't need anything more than that. You will be drenched. Is it drenched? Dripping in sweat. You'll be dripping in sweat at level 10. You don't need anything more than that, I promise. Lastly, the third cardio routine that I would do was running. And when I started this off, I was obsessed with it. I just really, really liked it, but I was not being technical about it. I wasn't tracking my pace or any of that. I was just enjoying the running part of it, and as long as I gave myself a time and I made sure to run that entire time, then I was a-okay for the day. So that was pretty much it. I would choose 2 of these variations every day and then make sure I was just hitting the hour and 30 mark. So whether that be 45 minutes on the treadmill and 45 minutes on the Stairmaster, or you don't like the Stairmaster and you want to do the full hour 30 on the treadmill, or you only want to do the Stairmaster for 20 minutes and you'll do the rest of it on the treadmill. You know what I mean? So that's what I was doing. Some people like to weight lift for like 3 hours. I like to do cardio. And like I said, this also would not be possible without being in a calorie deficit. So keep that in mind. I could probably make another video about that. But yeah, that's what I did. Again, before you try any of this, make sure to ask a doctor, because I know some people are already going to say like that's not healthy and that's way too much cardio, but that's what I did. I feel perfectly healthy. I know that I said I was doing this for 2 months, like every day. I was doing it for the first 2 months every day because I did 75 hard. But that 3rd month, I gave myself like a day off weekly. And then the other 2 months, then I like brought it down to like 2 days off weekly. So yeah, after 3 months of all this cardio, I did start to incorporate weight training because I wanted to tone everything up. Those first 3 months, I lost the majority of the weight, not all of it, but the majority of it. And then the following 3 months is when I started to incorporate the weights. So instead of doing like an hour and 30 of all cardio, I did 45 minutes of cardio and then 45 minutes of weight training. I wanted to tone up. I don't have the biggest muscles ever, but I got some muscles there. And then for example, this is my midsection right now, and then this is how the booty's looking. So yeah, it wasn't all cardio those whole 6 months. I did start to incorporate the weights. I'm no fitness influencer, so I don't really see myself like showing you guys like the exact workouts, but just look up like TikToks. I was just looking up TikToks and just like random arm workouts. Like I was doing those booty workouts, like hip thrusts and like all like the basic stuff, you know? So yeah, after 3 months, the following 3 months, I incorporated the weights, just so you guys know, to tone everything up and to make it all look. That was everything that I did step by step. I hope this can at least help one person, and all you need is discipline. Teach yourself discipline. I promise you, you'll be able to do it too. If you've been thinking about it, just do it. Bye guys.
Rapid fire fat loss hacks that help me lose over 40 pounds in less than 6 months. Let's go. Walk like your life depends on it. Walk everywhere. Walk any chance that you get. Park as far as you can in the parking lot. Walk to the coffee shop. Just walk. Move your body. Number 2, F a workout plan, okay? You can build muscle all you want, but if you have a nice layer of fat over that muscle, it's not going to show whatsoever. What I did first, I lost fat and then I worked on building my muscle. Yes, sure, you could do 2 at once, but I didn't want to. I wanted that weight off my body as soon as possible. Number 3, this one's my favorite. Stop pecking. You're not a bird. You're not a chicken. Stop pecking on random shit throughout the day. Make a meal, have protein, carbs, fats in it. If you're not sitting down and eating like a human being, like an actual meal on a plate with a fork and a knife, you don't need it. You're not actually hungry. Have some water. Lastly, enjoy the foods that you actually like. If you're eating chicken and rice 6 times a day, you're not going to lose weight off that because you're going to feel so damn restricted.
Listen to me when I say this, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Listen to me when I say this. Never ever get overweight. Do not do that shit to yourself. And I know y'all gonna say, oh, you fat mongering, oh, you're fat shaming. I'm not fat shaming, but I am fat mongering. 1000%, because I can speak about it. Because I've been there and I'm still trying to get in better shape from the abuse that I did to my body. You never will understand how depressing and how sad you feel when you look in that mirror and you see nothing but fucking fat. When you look at your back and you see nothing but fat rolls stacked on top of each other. Obviously the health standpoint of it, forget that. Let's throw that out the window. I'm talking about your mental, how you mentally feel when you look like that. I'm telling you, bro, do not get overweight. Never do that to yourself. Do not do that shit to yourself. You will hate the quality of life. I'm telling you, bro. Take it from somebody who has been there. I'm trying to warn you, bro. Do better for yourself. Now, if you have medical conditions that makes, obviously I'm not talking to you. Just do the best you can to stay in good shape. But if you are physically capable of getting your ass out of bed and moving your body, get the fuck up and move your body. Stop making excuses and do better. I'm telling you right now, bro, you will hate yourself and the quality of life. Absolutely. It is so mentally draining.
Picture your dream body in your head right now. Visualize it. I told you if you're consistent for 7 months, you will look like that in July. Then would you be consistent for 7 months? This was me in January. This was me by July. Only took me 7 months to make like my full transformation. 7 months may seem like a lot of time, but it's gonna be July anyway. And if you guys are consistent with it until July, you will look completely different. So how long did it take me to start seeing results? 2 whole months. This was me in January. This was me in March. And there isn't even that big of a difference. I started, I still had no fucking clue what I was doing. So here are some things that I wish I had done in those January and February months that would have made the process go a little bit faster. First thing I would do, I would search up on TikTok and find one leg day workout and one upper body day workout that I liked. These workouts should be heavy weightlifting, be at the squat rack, don't be scared of it because building that substantial muscle at first is gonna help you out so much. The second thing is I would get at least 10,000 steps a day. I know now that walking and getting your steps in is such a easy and efficient way to raise your expenditure and lose weight faster. The third thing that I would do is I would eat at least 100 grams of protein a day. If you struggle to get your protein in like I did when I first started, drink the chocolate milks with a lot of protein in them. Getting protein is not only going to help you build muscle, but also it's going to keep you fuller for longer. It's going to be so important, especially in your initial weight loss journey, because it's still going to be an adjustment for you to go from what you used to be eating to now eating less. The next thing is stop putting so much pressure on yourself. When I first started, I literally thought I had to wake up and become this new person overnight in order to lose weight. You could lose weight and not even do cardio. I barely did cardio. The only cardio I did was walking. You did not have to wake up and do 45 minutes of stairs every day. In the beginning, all you have to do is just keep showing up. Even if you don't see results, just keep going. You will look very different by July if you are very consistent with it. Don't be that resolutioner that gives up next Friday. You deserve this. And I promise you, a life after you have achieved this is so much better than a life hating your body every day, dreading getting dressed, dreading everything. I mean, it's miserable being insecure and wishing you could do something about it, because you can do something about it. Anyway, that's my little spiel. Yeah, love you guys. Bye.
Oh my god, it's gonna take so long to lose the weight and to hit my goals. Like, it's not even worth it. Like, it's going to take me like over a year. Hi, let me stop you right there. In 6 months, it is going to be 6 months from now. The time is literally going to pass anyways. Yes, it might seem like a long time when you are staring down the barrel of starting this weight loss journey and you want to lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, whatever. But the time is going to pass anyways. Do you want to spend the next 6 months, the next year of your life trying to better yourself? Or do you want to spend it staying stuck in the place where you are and potentially making your life worse? Because in 6 months, in a year, you can make so much progress. And the time is gonna pass anyways. A year from now, you can look back and you can say, wow, I am so glad that I started. Look at all this progress that I have made over the last year. Or you can look back with regret and be like, damn, I should have started so much sooner. The choice is up to you. What are you gonna do with your time? Time is a resource that we literally cannot get back. You cannot slow it down. You cannot stop time from passing. So what are you gonna do with the next 6 months of your life?
Food is so temporary. It is 5 to 15 minutes at a time of your day, and you are allowing the food that you eat during that time to dictate the body that you wake up in the following day, in the following day, in the following day. And if you wake up feeling miserable and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to cover my arms, I need to cover my legs, I need to cover my stomach, like I'm thinking so much about what I'm wearing and what people think of me. No. You do not deserve that, okay? No food is worth that feeling. You need to wake up in a body where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get dressed. I can't wait to go out. I can't wait to go to the pool. I can't wait to go to the beach. You deserve that, okay? And if you do not feel that way, it is your freaking time. No food that you eat right now is worth walking into this summer and hiding, okay? It is not worth it whatsoever. You want to go out. You want to put on the bathing suit. You want to feel good. You want to feel sexy, okay? And if you are in a place right now where you're allowing food to dictate how you feel walking through this life, it is not worth it, okay? Follow on tips, tricks, motivation, sexy for summer, happening now.
The girlies gaslight a lot of stuff, but let me tell y'all what they ain't told. No lie, put on your weighted vest and walk them 10,000 steps. Yes, ma'am. I'm not down no 1,000 pounds, but just putting on my vest and literally walking around works wonders. I walk with my son at baseball practice. I walk when he playing on the playground. I walk around the playground. I walk on my lunch break at work. I walk before work. Even if it's up and down my street 2 times in the morning before I wake my son up. Walking, so underestimated. Now again, I'm not down no gazillion pounds. I might have lost like 6 pounds. But the way my body look in that mirror, the way my face has slimmed down, literally walking and drinking water. They told, no lie, go get you a vest, Bookie. And don't let the number 10,000 intimidate you. Like, you can get to 10,000 steps literally so easily. Like, my goal is really like 12,000 to 13,000. Cause 10 come easy if you just move your body. Like, it's literally basic body movements. Cleaning your kitchen, put your watch on. Cleaning your bathroom, put your watch on. Walk up and down your street 3 times. Like, you underestimate how many steps you're really taking, but when you start tracking your steps and be intentional with your movement, I'm having to upload a picture once I lose some real weight, but the proof is in the pudding, boo.
If weight loss feels impossible, watch this. I was almost 400 pounds. I currently walk around at about 170. I've lost over 200 pounds. And I struggled losing weight for like 10 years. Like, I just could not figure it out. It was so difficult for me. But I have 3 things that you can do, okay? If you're trying to lose weight, okay? Prioritize protein. Eat as much protein as you can. Protein is going to keep you full and keep you in a calorie deficit. Also, eat foods that are high in volume and low in calories, okay? So a high volume food like spinach, I would add spinach or lettuce to like all my meals, and it helps keep me full longer because there's a lot of volume in my stomach, okay? So prioritize protein, prioritize high volume foods, and the other thing, drink diet soda. For all the people saying don't drink diet soda, they're gatekeeping weight loss. Really, drink diet soda. It's gonna help you feel fuller because the carbonation, it's also going to get rid of your sugar cravings. So drink diet soda, okay? Eat a ton of protein, have high volume foods, okay? Those are the 3 things that really helped me lose all this weight, okay? If you don't believe me, go look at other pictures of me, okay? Or just scroll a little bit. You'll see I've lost over 200 pounds, okay? So good luck. You got this.
Okay, so I was just putting away some stuff in my closet and I found this dress. So this is me before I lost 160 pounds. And I kind of want to try it on. Okay, so it wasn't actually that exact dress, but it's the longer version of that same exact dress for a different wedding that I was in. So the story with this dress, my sister got married. I was her maid of honor. We ordered these dresses like right at the very beginning of my weight loss journey. And I didn't really think I was going to make that much progress. So I just ordered it in my normal size. And by the time her wedding came around, I was down like 140 pounds. So this is the dress that I was supposed to wear to my sister's wedding. For reference, I'm under here somewhere. But yeah, this is the dress that I was supposed to wear. Like, that's crazy. And this is the dress that I actually wore to this.
This is how I lost 20 pounds in 10 months and got into the best shape of my life. First and foremost, I took a big look at my life and realized that I had absolutely no time for myself. That just resulted in me being really unhappy, and it showed on the inside and the outside. I was just not healthy. So I decided to make some lifestyle changes and really took the time to make sure that I dedicated segments of each day to me and moving my body and taking care of myself, because that was the first thing for me where I realized I'm not taking care of myself. Before I go on even further, this is not about like extreme weight loss and all that stuff. It's really just about how I was able to change my life to align with a healthier version of myself and a stronger version of myself in a way that wasn't aggressive and abusive on my body, because I feel like for so many years before that, I had such a hard time figuring out how to get healthy and get fit the right way and not obsess over it. And I really think that this is what worked for me. And of course, I'm not a professional of any means, but just wanting to share how I was able to kind of take that step and get out of my own way. Once that's all straightened out and the time for yourself is there, you're gonna wanna walk a shit ton. Any opportunity I had to walk, I did it. And I understand this is way easier in the summer when it's not nice out or when it's cold out. You don't want to walk. But once you start doing it, it becomes something that you look forward to. And the steps just add up so quickly, and it makes such a difference that you don't even realize. Like, moving your body is just, I sound like a fangirl. It's just so good for you. I'm someone that definitely kind of sways throughout the day, that I could wake up and be having a great day, and then one thing will kind of like tick me off, and if I go for my walk, it's like it never happened. It's just awesome. Like, it's being outside too makes all the difference. And if it's cold, put a fucking hat on. Also, appreciate whatever you're doing or wherever you're walking to. Even if you're not going anywhere, I would walk to the nail salon, I would walk to pick up money when I was working at a restaurant, I would walk to just anywhere. I would walk anywhere. My friend's house who lives across the block from me. Any opportunity you have to walk, do it. I walk during my work break every day. I work from home 9 to 5. Even with the 9 to 5, you put in the time to walk, because once you start doing it, you'll see it's really one of the most positive things that you can do. So when it comes to working out, I was a cardio crazy girl. I would only do cardio for so long, and I finally was like, you need to do the weightlifting. You need to start lifting. I had a roommate at school who was doing it, and she was so badass, so I wanted to try it. And it's intimidating at first. I'm just the type that when I don't know how to do something yet, or at least do it semi-well, I get really frustrated, and it's definitely one of my downfalls, because there's nothing productive about doing that. But
I took the time to look up different body parts. I can put up a little sheet that I made of what I do each day. I didn't put the exact workouts just because I think that's kind of something you need to figure out on your own. Like, there were just some things that I didn't like doing and some things that I did, but I literally got everything from Google Photos or TikTok. I learned everything. And even watching people in the gym, like just watching what they were doing is just a light bulb, like, oh, that looks productive, maybe I'll try that. So yeah, this basically just sums up what I do every week. It's the same routine for the most part. And I love the Muscle Milk non-dairy vanilla shakes. They're so good. I love them. I slug them after every workout. It's just a reward. It's so nice. And when it comes to dieting, I don't believe in diets. Not don't believe, but I would rather not say like, oh, I'm a diet. Like, I'm watching what I'm eating. I don't think that is the most effective way to approach getting fit, especially if you have a history of kind of having a weird relationship with food like I did. But what I focused on was enjoying what I was making, enjoying what I was eating, and just having a good time feeding myself and almost treating it like a game. Like, I remember when I was 3 or 4 months in, I was like, this is fun. Like, I like watching my body change and that kind of sculpting your body. Like, it becomes fun once you get into it and once you just consistently put in the work. I don't think it's about dedication. I think it's just about going and showing up, because there are so many days where you don't want to go, but once you do and you leave, you're like, wow, thank God I went, but I just got off topic. I always just made sure that my meals were full, they were hearty, they were something that I was looking forward to eating, and if I was ever craving something that I didn't want to cook, I went and got it. You deserve that. We're on this earth to enjoy food. I just made sure that I approached that with a lot of compassion and a lot of appreciation for what I was eating, and feeling excited to have a pre-workout meal or a post-workout meal, and even when I'm not working out, just eating in general, like making food that was good and making food that I was excited to eat. And I'll post those too, because it could be confusing, but these ingredients are at any grocery store. Everything is so versatile that you can just swap out so many different things and create so many different flavors, and you'll have fun doing it. Like, I like Asian fusion, so I would always try to incorporate some type of Asian fusion into my meals. It's so funny, I don't know where to put myself. So, for example, you can make a breakfast bowl. Just rice, chicken sausage, or any type of breakfast meat you may like, eggs, soyaki sauce. Soyaki sauce is from Trader Joe's, and it's kind of like a mix of teriyaki and soy sauce. I just love those flavors. You can make any type of bowl you want, but it just consists of the foundational carb, protein, sauce, or you can throw in a veggie. Sometimes I would do asparagus, avocado toast, any type of breakfast sandwich that you want, and oats. The works. You know how to be. The same kind of goes for lunch and dinner recipes. Just like the breakfast bowl, you can do any type of pasta dish that you want, any pasta, any protein, any veggie, any sauce if you want. And then sometimes I would get a little more crazy and do spring rolls. I love spring rolls. They're so good, and they're way easier to make than people think. And then a big salad or a big pasta salad. The best thing about this is that you can make a gigantic one and then keep it over 2 to 3 days. Just eating things that you can keep in the fridge, or that it's easy and you can swap things out, and it's affordable. So that's what I love. And if you're in a rush, don't forget about turkey sandwich, because that's like what I live by. But all in all, I think it's just about staying consistent and staying patient, because you don't get in shape overnight. And I had a hard time too getting started at the gym, because it felt like everybody knew what they were doing and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was worried about my form and all these things. But don't be afraid to ask people to help you. Don't be afraid to ask people if your form looks okay. It takes a while, but once it starts working and you see the results, you get excited and it starts to become something into your routine. I just think getting started might be the hardest part, but just be compassionate with yourself and graceful, and you will get to where you need to be. And don't restrict yourself from anything. Just focus on making yourself feel good. It's about feeling good, not about how to look for other people, which I feel like sometimes gets lost in translation.